I think so.
Hi guys, it's your girl Ella.
It's your boy T.
What's up, guys? It's Femi.
And welcome to another episode of
Small chat.
Come on,
Let's go.
show them. I heard y'all miss me.
We tried to do this last
We
week.
really tried to do this
I
last
heard
week.
you people, the people that I know you lot miss me.
It's the crazy opening. Like
Yeah, that's all we needed you
we
for.
took it for granted
Wow.
when we had it,
Oh, wow.
and when we didn't have it, we tried to imitate,
Oh.
and it didn't work.
It
But
can't.
our deputy was really, really good as well.
Yeah,
Wafa did an
Wafa
amazing
did
job.
a great job.
You know what,
We'll find
Wafi? Thank you so much for filling in. We appreciate you. I appreciate you.
We
But
do.
thank you so much.
We do. Well,
No
as you guys
more.
might have noticed, we're in a different space,
We're different.
right? Where you can see all these beautiful sets all around us. Basically, it doesn't look like what it normally looks like. We are at a place called Studio 88 Live. A round of applause for them. And
We
they are.
tried something new.
We tried something new. They're giving us access to their state-of-the-art equipment.
All of the above.
I mean, look at my face.
Do you see the glistening? Do you see the glow, the glass?
We're gonna make
Yeah.
sure we're gonna leave like their Instagram stuff so that you guys can check them out.
Definitely.
If you guys wanna, do your own content and stuff, you get a small chat.
give them a
referral.
call and say, yo, I'm in the area and I want to do this and that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
They'll do it for you. Look at my skin. Look at it. Do you see the blush? Do
You
see
like
the-
it, yeah?
No, but like the blush is really blushing. Are you dumb? Yeah, get into it.
Anyway,
Guys, let's do up.
small chat.
Come on. I know you people did actually miss me. Did you guys actually miss me?
We did.
Oh.
We did.
I did.
I know T did. Femi.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Of course.
He's such a hater. This is what I go through. What we drinking?
I left them in the kitchen today, basically.
Basically, imagine he left me and Uncle here to mix the drinks. Guys, we found rosé bottle and we just put it in.
So now they
That's it.
now they respect my handiwork.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
So they're drinking. I'm drinking coconut water because
Healthy.
I need to stay hydrated.
Electrolytes.
Yep, I need some electrolytes. It has been a busy weekend.
Enjoyment.
Working and everything.
Yep, doing up enjoyment. So I don't need a lick of alcohol in my system.
He's enjoyed for the both of us. Literally. For the both of us. But apart from that, we got some rosé, we got some coconut water.
Is there snacks as well? You got some?
There is snacks.
Oh, yeah,
Our
we
snack
do.
queen.
Just don't forget to pass me the bowl while we're doing our thing today.
We'll pass you the ball.
Please, thank you.
You're welcome.
He's we.
Okay, I will pass you the ball.
Thank you to you. So how was your week?
My week was a week. How was yours?
Mine was a week too. No, that's for real. How was your week? What kind of deflection was that?
Now I feel like something happened in your
Yeah.
week.
No, do you know what it is? You know when you go to work and you're just like, I'm tired of you.
Okay.
I'm tired of you. I don't want to talk to literally like it got to Wednesday and I was just like, oh my gosh, no. I can't do this anymore. I
Were
can't.
you in the office 5 days a week? Oh.
Yeah. I don't get the privilege these two get to work from home.
We earned our stripes though.
Yep, we
Yeah,
did.
no, you actually did
We
granted.
did.
Like,
There was a time.
yeah.
Come rain, come hell, come high water.
Yeah.
We were in that building.
Yeah. 8:30 sharp
The-
every day.
Yeah. How was you guys this week though?
My week was alright. My week was busy. My week was busy, but it was alright.
What did you do?
Work. I checked my mum. I also had my niece and nephew. I think on Sunday. They're 3 and 4. So it was keep them company with Disney. Proud Mary to be, or Proud Family. Sorry, not Proud Mary. It's music. Proud Family to keep
love
them
Proud
company. They
Family.
tore up my front room.
Really?
Yeah, but
How did you do with that? If you know T.
at first I was like going after them and putting things back, but eventually I was like, do you know what?
Just do it
Just let
and
it
after
go.
I was just
Literally, let it go.
Just let it go. Just let it go. They climbed on my sofa. They're like, there's a monster outside. I'm like, no, it's trees.
Wait, pause. What?
Yeah, because on the curtain you can see the leaves
Yeah.
and the branches.
Wow.
Oh, bless
So-
them.
Yeah, thought it was a monster.
How are you after that?
Do you know after they left, I think I went to the gym, came back from the gym, and just put everything back where it went.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Balance.
Yep.
Yeah. What about you, Femi?
Our week was good. My grandparents were in town.
Yeah, I saw that.
Don't know if
I
you
saw,
saw.
yeah,
My
I
granddad,
saw.
95 years old,
Imagine, guys.
fresh to death. He's moving like he's 50.
Imagine.
Incredible. So
God
my
is
grandparents were in
good.
town for like the last 3 months. So
Okay.
they flew back yesterday. So I went to go and chill with them just to see them
See ya.
not one last time. See them for the last time in the UK
Yeah.
before I get to see
Before you
them
get to see 'em
in
Nice.
Nigeria. So me and my
Aw.
brother and my mum just went there, and I've been chilling with my mum as well.
Oh,
So
that's
it's been a nice week. Now that mum's back, she's gonna go soon. But yeah, apart from that, just same old shit. Different week, different day,
Yeah.
same old.
It actually do be like that
No,
sometimes.
I actually went to an Arsenal match as well. Obviously, you
I
noticed.
saw that actually.
I'm on my Arsenal games now, so if I've missed an episode,
Arsenal
no, I'm joking.
fan.
If you missed the episode but he says he's joking, but he might miss the episode because
Might
of
call in
Arsenal.
sick.
He
Might
might
call
call
in
in sick.
One of us will, not both.
So yeah, I've been doing that as well. So actually, it's been a good week. Been a good week.
Oh, that's good. But yeah, apart from that, guys, let's do up some sort of chat. And remember when I was talking about my work?
Mm-hmm.
Let's actually dive deep in. Let's deep workplace and actually just go into it. I want to talk about code switching today. I want to talk about like when you step into the elevator into your building, you know you're not T anymore. You know you're not Femi. You are, oh, hey, Femi. Oh, T. Hello. You know,
It's funny because they'll mispronounce your name, and that's your new name now going forward.
literally, like,
My name was
It's
Taiwo. Hey,
different.
Teo. Oh, Teo. Okay, I'm Teo now.
Man, that's my name now.
literally. So when you step into that building, you're now Teo or T. You know? Oh, Ella. How are ya? It's like, not Wanola.
I mean, you can try if you want to.
Hey, they'll butcher your name, please.
Is this
please.
your first like office job, kind of 5 days in the office
Yeah.
scenario?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to.
Yeah. You have to
Baptism
get
on
into
fire,
it.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Aye. And you know, it is apart from me, like code switching is basically for me. When I hear code switching, it's literally a different perspective to who you normally are on an everyday level.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the Ella you guys get is
Yeah.
not what people
It's
at my
not
workplace
the-
are going
yeah.
to get. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So when I'm at my workplace, oh, hello, hi, how are you? Oh, Lucy. No. Yeah. So for me, it's like switching who you are to actually attain to what they want you to be.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. Guys, what do you guys think of code switching? What do you guys think code switching is?
I think it's when you assimilate to fit in at work. And that could be like how you talk, how you interact with people, how you behave, how you would normally react to something. It's similar to being professional, but then it's not exactly the same thing.
Because you still have to let them know who you are, like, so they can actually buy into
Yeah.
you and invest in you. I get that. What
It's
about you?
interesting you say it's similar to being professional because that would then imply that you're not professional originally. Like
Well,
just by yourself.
they do imply that you're not professional recently by yourself.
Yeah.
Are you?
Who are me?
Oh, yeah.
I am professional everywhere,
I think-
every day.
Don't you think it depends on the perspective you have as a person? Because someone can see you and just think, oh, because of who you are or the way you're dressed, you don't seem professional.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, you are.
Yeah. I think code switching is something that we've kind of witnessed. I don't think you first experience it when you get into the office. I think you see it at home. For example, when someone calls your home phone and your mum picks up the phone,
Yeah,
that's a different mum you're hearing.
that's a
than
different
the
moment
one
you're
that
hearing on the phone.
before.
Yep, absolutely.
So it's something that I think that we've just had to experience growing up, and you see it from your parents and how they interact with people when you go to the shops when they pick up the phone, and then when you get to the office, it's kind of almost a norm for you
Yeah,
to
for
do
you.
that,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like a journey in terms
It's
of
like muscle memory.
yeah, and you
It's-
realize who is this?
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
You don't realize it until later on in
The,
your
the
Yeah.
phone thing was a good example because in the workplace I don't act or talk that different. But whenever I pick up a call from an
Hello.
unknown number,
Yeah.
I'm like, hello.
Yeah.
It's like, Mum, your
Yeah.
name's Auntie Banker, or is it Suzy now? I'm confused.
Literally, like the thing is, yeah, you never know your mom's name as Suzy, but when she picks up that phone, oh hello, hi, how are you? How are you today? Ah, Suzanne. What is going on? No, but literally, like I've always felt like it's mostly black people. No,
Or POC in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people of color that experience code switching because it's like they have something to prove, especially in the workplace. And I don't know if you guys have ever experienced any sort of, background to that type of situation where it's mostly just black people that have to code switch to prove that, oh yeah, I'm actually meant to be here and I actually deserve to be here. Have you guys ever like seen or like ever experienced a situation like that where it's like, oh, because of who I am or what I represent?
Yeah, I think me and T probably worked in a place where that was the norm for us to have to code switch, and everyone around you did code switch. I think I wasn't comfortable with it, but at the same time, you tell yourself, well, it's part of the game. You got to play the game, and we have to also be honest with ourselves. We are in a white country. We are in an environment where it's heavily dominated by white people. So sometimes you feel like you have to play the role to just get by. It's only when you get to a certain level of confidence that you have within yourself where you can kind of break free from that chain of being of taking off that mask. But it takes a
It
lot.
takes a while.
It takes
Or
a
the
while.
environment eventually makes you feel
Exhausted.
like, not even exhausted, like the environment supports or creates a space where it supports you to be yourself.
Yeah.
But not everywhere does that. Not everybody has that privilege that works somewhere that has that privilege.
I think that's another thing about like code switching and also us as creatives, because us as also being creatives, it also allows us to actually be who we are. Like, because I do know it can get exhausting sometimes when you have to be like, hey, especially on a Friday. You know when it's like it's a Friday, you're in a workplace full of everybody, and you still, even though it's a Friday, you still have to keep up that persona of hello, hi, how are you, how can I help you? Like it can get sometimes exhausting, because especially when like do you know it's even worse when you're even counting the hours. Why does time go slower when you...
Well, I can't speak for Femi, but for me, Friday I'm at home in my house,
Yeah.
in my shorts and a t-shirt. Half the time I have a do-rag on. So that's does that represent?
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so
Man,
we
I even have
can't-
a t-shirt on, just chilling.
So yeah, we can't relate with Ella on that one.
But we do remember back in the day, we used to have dress down Fridays.
We
in
did
the
have
office,
we
remember?
did
And
have
that was
dressed
the
down
way
for yeah.
that I tried to ease
They
my...
don't bond. They actually don't bond me well to dress down.
You don't have dress down Fridays? No.
Not even you don't have dressed down Fridays.
My company is an American company. They are strict. My new
Really?
manager, strict. She takes no bull crap. Yeah, no just on Fridays or Thursdays or Wednesdays or nothing.
See-
Because weekends
But then-
start on Thursdays.
I guess it depends, because I was gonna say the company I work for currently is also an American company, but they're also aware that they are European flares of doing things. So like the culture in the UK office, the culture in the office in France, like we're just different. So I
Yeah.
think they embrace the fact that we're different. Like at my job currently, I think there's 2 people off the top of my head that I feel dress smart to work every day.
But yeah, because mine is a healthcare company as well.
Okay.
So it's like they have a 5-star standard that they need to
They need to
fit.
keep up
So
to, yeah.
it's like if I see trainers, I go home.
Yeah, we sell juice. It's not that
Really?
serious.
Yeah.
I guess because we worked in a fashion
Yeah.
company, then it was kind of allowed for us
You're
to...
allowed, yeah.
But I used dress down Fridays as a way to break the mold. So each week I'll test and see what I can wear. But it was, I think I got to a week when eventually where I came in with a baseball cap. But it's weird because
I did that there as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird because I felt some type of way because when my white colleagues wore a baseball cap, no one would bat an eyelid. It's swag, right? But when
Oh,
I'd
it's so
wear a baseball
creative.
cap,
Oh my gosh.
it was a bit like, oh, what are you doing? And I remember deliberately sitting because in our previous workplace there was like at the front of the office, that's where the heads off would sit. So I remember on a Friday, usually you could sit anywhere, and I remember deliberately sitting on that row with my baseball cap, and someone was like, "Oh, you look sort of out of place." And I said, "Oh, how?" And they couldn't come back.
Sally.
They can come back. They can't
couldn't
tell.
come
They
back.
can't tell you
I
how
said,
you're.
How?
Sally, how dare
tell me how I
you?
look out of place. Oh no, just I don't know.
No.
So it's at that point where that's when I had the confidence to be like, all right, let's see what you have to say. Can you say it out loud with your chest? And that took me a long time to get to that point where I
Yeah.
could do that. But eventually I just thought, you know what? You only live once. I can't come to work and be
I'm
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
So
No, at the same place, I wore a cap to work once, but that's because I hadn't cut my hair, and I just went into the office and I sat down and was like, "Oh, we don't wear hats in the building." I said, "I'm not taking it off." I was like, "Why?"
Stick to
I said,
it.
I
It's either
didn't
you
cut
love
my
it or
hair.
you
I'm not taking it. I'm
mind
not
your
taking it out."
business.
She was like, oh, "Okay then," and then my manager came to me and said, "What's wrong with your hair?" I was like, "It's not cut.
they will understand.
I'm not taking it off."
No, I definitely understand that because even one thing about it, one thing for sure, two things for certain. You look at me left, right, and center. I'm not changing nothing, because like the new manager that we got, she literally like was looking at me like I owe her money. No, she was looking at me up and down like because I have like piercings especially, and she was just looking at me like I actually genuinely owe her and her forefathers money.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Yeah, keep looking, because.
But even that with
genuinely-
like piercings and stuff, I feel like, and I don't know if it's a. If
no,
it's,
but it was a thing where it's like with piercings,
yeah.
but with my skin tone.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Because it's like piercings with other people. Oh, so creative. So, oh, I love that. Piercing with my skin tone, especially when I'm doing the job correctly. Do you get what I mean? So my thing now is like, did you guys ever feel like you had to change yourself to actually fit the standard that they were requiring?
This is what I was going to say to you, like, because even like that cap situation,
Yeah.
because there are going to be times when you're just not going to get time to go cut. So rather than having the conversation every time about, oh, you're wearing a cap, I started wearing Docker hats. So then brimless hats. So whenever I didn't cut my hair, I was like, I'm not going to go to work with my head open, but I wear a Docker hat to somewhat like strike a balance in between my head is not exposed and you don't feel like I've come to a hip hop video at work.
No, no facts.
I
Like,
think it's interesting though. What I think is unfair is that we spend time in our heads thinking, is it because of the color of my skin or how they perceive me, or is it because of something else? And I think it's not. Over time, it can be like not it can be detrimental and it can be a headache.
Yeah, to your mental health
Just
as well.
constantly
yeah, I was
questioning.
even gonna get to that. Like, genuinely, like, how has it impacted you? Because like sometimes, yeah, as much as we say, oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna change who I am to be in this company, like, we do change bits here and there. So how much has that impacted you when it comes to your mental health, like your growth in the company as a whole?
It depends how you see it, man. So it depends, like, in terms of where you want to go to. Do you want to progress? Do you want to play the games? Do you want to do it by your rules or the company's rules? So for me, I'm not gonna lie, I did code switch a lot in the earlier years of my career because I wanted to progress.
Yeah.
I wanted to make money, and I wanted to try and, break down the kind of ideas that people had of me. So I remember, maybe I've mentioned this in season 1, but a lot of the peers I worked with had their own idea of what ambition is for me, what I should be expecting. And I had to break that down. I had to try and say, like, hey, look, I need to progress. I need to do what I need to do. But it's hard. It's a hard balance in that, trying to be yourself and progress. So, yeah, the early years, I did what I had to do. Hey, Becky. Hey, Andy. How
Becky
you
said,
doing?
You have
why
to
am I-
interact, yeah.
Interact.
Because sometimes like when you actually don't interact, it offends them.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely offends people when you don't interact, and I'm just like, wait, but because I want to stay in my lane, you are not getting upset.
No,
Make it make sense.
it definitely does. I think it's a there's a social. I think we'd be remiss to not mention the fact that there's a social aspect to work as well. So it's like if you don't fit in, then you can't really be. If you don't feel like you fit in, you can't really be social. And if you're not being social, it makes you come across like, oh, why does he not want to be a part of us? But devil's advocate, do you think
That's
that
all
code
good.
switching is exclusive to POC, or do you feel like there's an element of classism to it too? Like, do you feel like a certain group of clear people also have to code switch? Why are you dying right now?
No, I definitely think that's also another thing. I was actually, you see my notes.
It's in your notes.
Yeah,
Okay.
you read my mind. But genuinely, yeah, I feel like as much as we do speak about color and how that, of course, definitely influences certain aspects of our careers, definitely class, definitely is another impact. If you are lower class, if you're working class and you're trying to get somewhere, you need to act like the people in the
Yeah,
higher ups
yeah.
to get where you want to get. Genuinely,
You behave
you have to.
you behave like the rooms you want to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. And I think it also works in their favor. Like if you are someone that aspires to be that type of person, definitely works in your favor because of course you move in a different crowd, you are growing, you are becoming who you want to become. However, for me is that really you, or is that just an imitation of the lifestyle you want to live?
I think it probably depends because I think for relating back to your question, a lot of people, when it comes to classes, they've been able to get and achieve everything they wanted in life, right? When they got to go to the best schools, they went to the nice universities, they were in the right rooms with important people, so they always felt like they belonged in those
In those
places.
spaces.
So they don't have to change who they are because they feel they can dominate and they're supposed to be there. Whereas for someone who maybe might be the only person who went to university in their family, regardless of your race, they will probably have a little bit of
Imposter syndrome.
imposter syndrome when they go into the spaces to say, "Oof, am I supposed to be here?" And they might not own it with chest. And I think that's
Yeah.
something that you have to, again, develop over time. But it really depends on your previous experiences growing up, your circle of friends as well,
Yeah.
and the places you've worked.
Yeah, because definitely, like, I genuinely feel like imposter syndrome is one of the biggest things. And literally, I feel like it's not just in the workplace, it's literally in life. Genuinely, like, you really be thinking, oh, am I meant to be here? Do I need, like, is this really for me? And I don't know, how do you guys manage that? Like, imposter syndrome. I don't know if you've ever, like, dealt with that. Have you ever... Because with code switching, it kind of...
They kind of tie into each other, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I don't think. Not that I can remember. I don't think I've. Actually, no. I tell a lie. Nope, that was a lie. I went to an audition. Actually, didn't even need to go that far. When I first started uni, because I did musical theatre at uni, and going to obviously doing performing arts at college and then going into a university space where a lot of people are classically trained and people sing a certain way compared to you who listens to R&B and soul music, you sing a certain way because you've learned to sing a certain way. And then going to those spaces and being told, and I'm paraphrasing, this is not an R&B concert.
Wow.
And you're like, oh, okay. That makes you feel like, well, maybe should I not be on this course? should I go somewhere else?
And then I think another thing is, like, some people, they're going to see your light, or they're going to hate on that light. Then they're going to try to bring you down.
Yeah.
So, like, as much as you want to be in that space and bring difference into that space, they can see, you're trying to do it, but don't try to do it before I do it.
The funny thing about that is because that conversation was had in my first year, Then in my third year, we did a show called Working, and there's a character in there called Loving Al. And when they were casting it, they were like, "Oh my god, T's gonna be perfect for this." And then I'm singing the song, and the music director stops and says, "I need you to put some in it." And I was like, "Some what?" He was like, "Some, you
Blackness.
know, some vibes." I'm like,
Blackness.
I thought you was going to say some Negro. I was like,
Blackness.
I said, "What kind of vibes?" He was like, "I don't know. Just be free. Like when you listen to music, what does it make you want to do?"
Blackness.
In my mind, I said, "You want me to, you want to say put some,
You want the-
put some soul in this shit." Because the guy was a really, really big character. It was he was a cool guy. He's supposed to be like, "Oh, I'm this and I'm that." It's like kind of brand. They were like, "You're giving this nicey. I don't know. We need you." And it literally felt like, okay, so you want me to dip back into the bag of the person that you tried
didn't
to
want me to
separate.
be.
You didn't want me to be in the beginning. You now want me to go back to that person and bring that person into this
'cause
performance.
It benefits them.
I ate it though.
Of course you did. He's tea. Of course he ate that. But yeah, Femi, how do you manage it?
you kind of balance up the pros and cons. Actually, no, let me think about it. How do I actually manage imposter syndrome? Sometimes, well, recently, I take myself out of that situation. I don't want to be in a position where I'm questioning myself. And my peace of mind is the most important thing. So whenever I'm in that space, I kind of work as hard as I can to get out of that space, because I want to be in an environment which is productive and it's kind of conducive to excellence, like just encourages me to do well and to do better, because I've been in that space where you're questioning yourself and it starts to spill into your normal everyday life, into your ways of thinking, and it eats you up. So really and truly, I just try and get out of it as much as I can, and I will have to try and show off that I've done well without you. So I always try to get to a better position and to look back at you like, hey, look,
So
see what you thought. Look at me now.
So Nigerian.
Look at me.
That is so Nigerian.
It's worked though, because a lot of the colleagues I used to work with, I'm not gonna lie, I'm doing way better than you.
Yes, you are.
Of course you are.
You know what I mean?
So Nigerian.
I use that as motivation as well and fuel. But also, it's making sure you're in the right environment, because when I left my old company to come to my new company, and I was feeling valued and loved, and I was like, whoa, this feels good. I have not actually felt this kind of love. And the output that they got from me was incredible. Like, I worked so hard because I felt valued.
Because you felt valued. You felt respected. You felt appreciated.
Yeah, because I had more mental space to think about doing more things rather than thinking about, did I say the right word here?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be in this room? How do I deal with this key stakeholder?
Would you say it impacts productivity then?
100%.
100%.
If you're comfortable somewhere, if you're happy somewhere, if you feel like what you're doing is being appreciated and you're being valued, you do more.
Code switching and just being in a position where you somewhat... I don't think... Do you know what it is? Some people say, oh yeah, code switching is like you're acting. But I feel like that's another aspect of you that you've created in your timeline. Was that?
That makes sense. That's why I said that it's you're not pretending.
Yeah.
To be something complete. And that's the reason why I use the word assimilation. Like you create you bring out a part of you that fits into what's going on around you, if that makes sense. Like you're not just all of a sudden you turn into Sally from Norfolk when you grew up in Peckham. Like you don't just become a character, and in the same way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Yeah, because I genuinely just feel like it's like something I'm capable of doing, and I just know how to fit into different environments.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, because you know when people say code switching, it's like, oh, like now you're acting. Like, I feel like that's such a, you know, I don't want to say derogatory, but it's just like, it just gives a bad connotation towards it. It's me just coming out with a different Ella. Okay?
Sometimes though,
Grab it.
it's actually easier to just code switch, because you can't bother to deal with the extras. I just want to give you, and you can control it. So I can just give you this part of me, and I can control it. I mean, I don't have to worry about what I'm going to share or overshare. I'm literally managing what you see of me, and it's a little bit easier for me to manage that rather than giving you the full self, giving you my full Femi, and then you're picking and stuff, and I'm just like, oh,
It feels combative.
do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
let me just create this package, take it, and then I keep the rules off to myself
Yeah,
and to my
definitely.
people.
So, you know, some people, you know, let me tell you something. Come on, come closer. Come closer. You know, at work, they don't need to know all of you. You know? Keep it separate. You know? They can know Ella. They don't need to know Emanuela. No. No, genuinely, like, sometimes it's actually so good because
But
people are like stressing me out.
what I found funny with where I work now, because typically like at work in a professional environment, as Femi knows, like I get called Latif. And then in my everyday day-to-day life, everybody calls me T, including my parents. So where I work now, they call me T. And our interactions, how you behave at work, is completely different. Like I don't feel like I need to.
Hide myself.
Yeah, I could just be free because I could literally just.
Ooh, but do you feel like that's because of the 21st century we live in?
Well, actually, they call me T at work because my manager couldn't pronounce my full name, and two, when I interviewed, I forgot to change my name on Microsoft Teams, so it said T Bello, and then in my application in front of it said Latif, and she was like, "Oh, T, oh sorry," I was like, "Oh yeah, I was supposed to change that. I usually change it when I interview," and she's like, "Oh, okay, well." Can I just call you T? Because name.
She said,
Latif.
And I was like, Latif is quite easy, but if you want to
Actually,
call me
that
T,
means
that's
Bengal
fine.
sign.
So literally, the fact that everybody heard her calling me T, it kind of just went. We even have
Really?
we have a CEO, not a new CEO, sorry, a new director for the UK office that started like about 3-4 weeks ago. And the first time he met me, he called me Latif, but now he calls me T.
yeah, because now he's comfortable. He knows, like, you're one of the guys.
Yeah.
No, but at the same time, like, regardless of your experience, do you think, like, overall, like, that could also be another thing of, like, people becoming more comfortable with the whole aspect of, oh, you can, you know, you can be
you.
free, you can be whoever you want to
Well,
be,
of
Sally.
course, they want to create
you know,
a safe working environment.
Yeah.
They do not want a lawsuit. Like I don't wear earrings to work, but that's more of a personal thing as opposed to like a space thing. I don't wear earrings to work. Or maybe I forgot to actually dig why I don't wear earrings to work. But I just feel uncomfortable. Like I feel like, yeah, I genuinely do feel uncomfortable. And even if I was going somewhere after work, I'd put my earrings in my bag. And then when I finish work, then I put them in.
Yeah, but you work from home.
No, but when I go into the office, let's say I'm going to the office, or even when I was at M&S, I used to have my earrings in my bag if we're going out or whatever.
You're not like this Jamaican
Yeah,
uncle
no,
at my
I
workplace.
don't wear earrings to work.
This Jamaican uncle at my workplace. Pause. This Jamaican uncle at my workplace. You know, there's big studs, the silver ones, the shiny. I promise you. I promise you. You go past me. He's going to. He's going to. Literally, he wears those ones, and he just started wearing those ones with our new manager. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm thinking, you really, really want to get her annoyed, because every time you go past this guy, the earrings are blinging. You
But
must know that he's there.
But should he not be allowed to wear those earrings?
He's allowed to. He can do whatever he wants
Can't
to.
live a life worrying about this woman that's being a nuisance for no reason. You just got to be able to be comfortable to yourself, and he's probably just doesn't give a shit about that.
He
woman.
doesn't.
He does
That's
not
why
give
he's
a
really one of my
heck.
favorite guys. He really doesn't care. He genuinely doesn't care. He's like, oh yeah, no, I mean, I don't care. I was like, okay, cool,
So
sure.
see, I got a question for you. Obviously, we don't go often into the office. Do you wear do-rag on your work calls?
Yes.
Same.
Yep.
I was on a work call with my team, and there's another black guy on the call, and he messaged me like, "Right, you wore your do-rag on the call." I was like, "Yeah, why not?" Like,
Who's gonna stop me?
do you know what I mean? Do these guys even know what do-rag is?
True.
Someone did call it a scarf once.
Is it?
Like, I like your scarf.
Do you know how I used to
I said it's a
justify
do-rag.
stuff? I used to say, if I was Muslim, I would be able to wear hijab. Well, obviously not me, but women could wear hijab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a Jewish man can cover his hair. So
True.
what's the problem with me?
I mean, the
Wanna do
difference.
that.
Could
The
be part of my
difference is-
culture.
I know it's spiritual and all
Yes,
that.
it's religious. It's like it's
No, but it could be part of
apples
my
and oranges.
culture, you know?
The do-rag is part of your culture.
Yeah.
I am not going to let them sit here and say this.
Do you guys feel like we need to create spaces where we don't need to code switch then? Like we don't need to change, quote unquote, change? Or does it give you just the thrill to know that I can become an actor when I go to this workplace?
No, I'm thinking of it more from a space of, and I could just be chatting shit, but humor me. I feel like there's an element of, I don't know why I'm trying to choose my words because I'm thinking about what I'm going to say, but there's an element of like change that is probably necessary for you anyway. And when you get new experiences, whether that's you traveling the globe and learning different things about different cultures, or going from one company to another company because you want to grow in your career, and one day you want to work for a Fortune 500 company, you want to own it. Like, I just feel like there's certain experiences that are necessary for you to experience to get to certain places.
No, I hear that.
And I don't know if that's always. I'm not saying that it's negative, but I'm saying that I don't feel like it's always negative.
True. I understand that, to be honest.
Oh, y'all humoured me. Great.
What about you, Femi? Do you feel like we need to change any aspect, or do you feel like we just need to change so we don't be like code switch?
To create a space for where we don't have to code switch? Not really, to be honest. I think we're in England. This is just how it is. This is the environment we're in. I mean, you can if you want to privately, but I'm not going to go into the office and say, I need you to change this and that. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Maybe I should try and want us to create a space for, me to be, so I don't have to code switch or people not to have to code switch. But you know what you want. You know what you're going to that company for. You need to make money. That's kind of how I see things. So I'll do what I need to do to make my money. But in terms of creating a space, I won't say it's something that you definitely have to do. If you want to do it, good for you, but I wouldn't be advocating for it.
I think for me, it's just like, it's another aspect of you. It's another part of you. Like, literally, when I leave that building, I am no longer Allah. You know?
I mean, I do agree, though. I do feel like it is a shame, though, that we have to code switch when you look at it deep down.
Yeah. I don't feel like we need a space where, like, sometimes, maybe for us, because it's like, we've been doing this.
I was going to say, is it just Stockholm Syndrome? Is that what's going on here?
Like,
That's true, maybe.
Like, because we've been doing this. So it's like, is it a thing where maybe for the younger generation, maybe they might need to, but I feel like it's part of growth.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just part of just like learning, like, there's going to be aspects of life you're going to be in uncomfortable situations. You need to know how to deal with those uncomfortable situations and grow from it.
Yeah.
Because it's literally going to bring, like, even within the past couple of months, I've learned so much within my workplace. Like, it's just like, yes.
Unless, of course, your happiness and your mental health is at stake. Then now that's something completely different.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. If it's leave, you shouldn't even stay. Don't even change anybody. Just leave. If your mental health, your physical is being threatened, you gotta leave. I'm an advocate for peace over anything.
Yep.
Okay.
I think, you know what, you just made a good point here. Is it Stockholm Syndrome? Because now I'm questioning what I've just said. Like, why wouldn't I want to create a space for me to be myself fully?
Yeah.
Be my full self. I think it's just because I've had to just deal with it and get by.
Yeah,
And
that's what
I'm
I'm
probably
saying.
not mindful of the impact it's had on me over time.
Maybe for the younger generation, we create safe spaces so they don't have to deal with what we went through.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe all right.
I think
But-
the Gen Z are more equipped to do it than us.
Yeah,
guys.
they don't need
They don't play.
Yeah.
I act like I'm not Gen Z sometimes, to be honest. I'm old.
Aren't you?
I am. First of all, anyway, guys, we're gonna move on to the next segments. It's out of pocket or not? Is it? What questions are we? Listen, the guys are gonna give us questions, and we're gonna answer. So you guys tell me. You guys get the option of picking an out of pocket question or a question that's not out of pocket. So you guys ask one question, then we answer. You guys pick. You don't have to tell us if it's out of pocket or not.
Oh, so we pick the question and then you guys say
Everyone answers,
everyone
yeah.
answers. Okay. What is something you wish you could say to your boss, but fear would result in your immediate dismissal? Or at least a HR report.
I wish
Wait,
we
can
had
we
that.
rephrase? Can we rephrase that? Your former boss.
Yeah, my former boss.
Yeah. Why he's thinking? What about you?
Can we plead the fifth?
The boss is gone. You've already moved on from her or him.
You act like you're not racism, but sis, you are racism.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
What's the name of the company you work for?
Huh?
What's the name of the company you work for?
What?
Getting some blackmail opportunity here. No, I'm joking. I wasn't that. I would say maybe it's not that deep. I mean, that's something.
That's something you'd say.
Yeah. It's not that deep.
It's actually not that deep. I promise you that they actually don't pay for you to be living. I promise you.
Somebody else connects.
If you actually, they will replace you. It's not that deep. Genuinely. What about you?
Oh, I have to answer as well.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you what I said to my old boss.
Oh, you did say it?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
He said, when you in your interview, you didn't exactly come off as a wallflower. I said, and what does that mean? What exactly that face? I was like, so what does that mean?
You know what? You act like you're not racism, but you are. You're racism.
Somebody else pick a question. I like her racism.
My question is, if you could show up to work in any outfit that represents your true self, what would you wear?
I like being comfortable. So probably something like this, to be honest.
What would I wear to work that I probably could not wear now? A mesh top. Yeah.
A mesh top.
A see-through top. Because I don't have real issues with clothing. Like, I could wear whatever. I don't mind. Like, people are like, oh, I'm uncomfortable in smart shoes. I don't care. Does the outfit look nice? Well, I'll rub my toes when I get home. So yeah, I guess it's that.
I think mine would be tracksuit sliders with socks on and a hoodie. I'd love to go to work like that. Just so relaxed.
Just so chilled.
Yeah. That would be good.
Okay, my question is, did anyone have that Sally that was grinding your gears? And what was her name? That Sally, that Karen, what was her name or his name?
The same person that said to me that I didn't come off as a wallflower.
What
in my
was their
interview.
name?
I can't even remember his name because I deleted him from my memory. But you would have thought that I took something from this man. Like in the last life somewhere, something that belonged to him, I took it.
I didn't even know your family's name. That's what's crazy.
I don't know what I did to him.
Like, what about you?
Becky.
Eat.
And I actually mentioned the name earlier, that name Becky earlier in today's episode. But yeah, Becky, what's her name?
He said the
He
full
said
golf.
her full name. Wow.
Absolute winch.
He said absolute winch.
Yeah, beep that out. Beep out the last name. Absolute winch.
He said the full golf.
Absolute winch. Man. Oh my days.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Just on my neck for no reason.
It is well. Anyway, guys.
On that note.
Thank you so much for coming to another episode of
Small Chat.
We love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave Becky alone.